Hip-hop since 1987.com.
Felt like both teams had it won several times, and both teams made big plays and big shots, and there's so many swings of emotion. 4 overtimes, Paul Millsap playing 60 minutes, Timmy 57, Dennis 54. It's a pretty special effort, and keep grinding for 68 minutes as opposed to 48. It's great to win this game.
I wonder if you could just describe what Paul Millsap meant in that game specifically, and did you even for a second consider taking?
No, I mean, he seemed like he was in a good place. I asked him a couple times how he was feeling. He said he was okay, and I think when he's gone and getting the offensive boards, and I think because of foul trouble they were down to some smaller guys, and he was able to really, I think, take advantage of the offensive glass and get some big putbacks, and he did not want to come out, and I'm going with Paul in that case.
Although, did the fact that you don't play for a couple games factor into the fact that you were able to ride some guys?
Not really. I mean, we just said it in the locker room or in the coach's room. It's if there was ever a time to have 2 days without a game, it's probably after this one. So, but I think when you're in the heat of the moment, you're pretty much just focused on that game and not thinking down the road. We obviously missed Thabo to eat up some minutes and give us some help on Carmelo and different guys, but proud of the group. Don Levy hits a lot of shots, makes a lot of plays, so it's just a lot of positive.
There were a couple times when you were up by 3, they ended up making shots to tie it. Did you ever consider fouling?
Yeah, we talk about it. I think the fear is always you foul a guy in the act of a 3-point shot, and that's kind of really how we oftentimes, not always. But to avoid the 3 free throws and get caught in a bad situation, that's what we chose tonight.
Coach said you got a little chippy out there at one point. Does that carry over to the last time the Knicks were here?
I don't think so. I think it's just a competitive game. A lot of guys getting after it. I think we played them more recently in New York, but it's been close games. I know the one in New York was a 1-point game, and so it's been very close. Tough matchup. Carmelo's a heck of a matchup.
At what point did you decide you needed to just guard him with Paul?
Well, he just he was shooting it so well, just scoring it over guys that did have more size, and it just after a couple times of him doing that, you just felt like you wanted to put a bigger guy on him. And Paul's matched up against him a lot the last 3-4 years, and but even he was managing to score regardless of who was on him. Yeah, no, those threes, it felt like that was one of those times where it seemed like the momentum was in their favor. They'd hit a couple shots. I thought those were big shots. And then they seemed like they answered him, and he answered, and it was kind of an amazing, I don't know which overtime that was, but it was just like bang, 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 3 or 4 threes, and you're just like, wow, it's a good seat I have.
I got a question about the first overtime.
Yeah.
So did it help, obviously, when they had 4 guys foul out?
Yeah, sure, especially when Carmelo Anthony's one of them. He's their go-to guy down the stretch. It's a credit to Courtney Lee. Hit some big shots, hit some big free throws. Brandon Jennings. They're role players. With several guys fouling out, we're still, finding ways to give them a chance to win. So of course, anytime Carmelo's not in, it's gonna have an impact on the game.
What was going through your mind when Courtney Lee had the open 3 at the end there?
Not another one. So, it was right on the money. It was just a little bit long. So I think we're all grateful. Obviously, when you win, you're happy that it's over and you can go to the locker room.
We talked about Paul, but Hardaway Jr. and Schroder played a lot of minutes too. What did you say out of those 2 guys?
Yeah, Dennis is the guy that sets up our offense. He's the guy that kind of gets us going, and I thought he did a lot of things well, but it's tough. We ask a lot of him for quadruple overtime game, and then Tim Hardaway without Thabo, he had to play a lot of minutes. I thought he was attacking, getting to the basket. One of Paul's putbacks, they're coming to help on Tim's drive, and it frees up the ball on the glass. And So I thought both Tim and Tim and Dennis gave us a lot of positive. All right, thanks.
Played well down the stretch. We were able to kind of switch it up and be opportunistic in transition, but slow it down and make plays in the half court. So it says a lot about us, and you got to give them credit. They made some tough shots, and they didn't stop fighting. And maybe when Melo went out, I thought we had probably gonna run away with it, but they kept making plays. That's why you gotta love this game. 4 T's, and getting the win feels good.
How were you able to keep an even keel when there's such momentum changes in that game?
You gotta understand this is how basketball works. There's gonna be some games where teams go back and forth. There's gonna be some games where teams run away. So being even keel is the best. Staying even keel is the best mindset you can have. For those kind of games. It's a funky game. They had a ton of guys foul out. We lost to Dwight. Guys playing a ton of minutes. I think Paul played 60-some minutes. So mentally, physically, your body's just like, what the heck is going on? But you got to stay the course and keep going until the time runs out.
The first 5 baskets in the 4th overtime were 3-pointers. You had 2 from you. I just kind of want to take me through because they hit them first, so you had to answer both.
Yeah, you got to make plays. That's what it's all about. Just obviously being patient. My teammates are doing a great job. And, the first couple of just making plays, finding each other. They were kind of denying me for a minute there, and I was able to sneak and get open and hit some big shots.
What if you think if Bud tried to take Paul out?
Shoot, I would have been kind of upset. But Coach said after the game, so much for monitoring minutes. But this is a game we needed. Huge game for us, and we're going on the road for 2 games, so especially with playoff position being so pivotal, it's getting down to the nitty-gritty right before the All-Star break. So every game is important, and I think this is a huge win.
That game and how you guys were able to pull it out.
I don't even remember, but it's grind, man. We grinded it out. They hit some big shots down the stretch. Actually played pretty good basketball for the most part, but I'm glad we broke it down, played some defense, and continue to grind throughout the course of the overtimes.
I assume you've never played 61 minutes before, and was there a chance you were coming out?
There was no chance I was coming out. Never played 60 minutes of basketball straight. Yeah, I don't know.
How much they got in a lot of foul trouble and lost?
Yeah.
Just kind of wondering. How much did that affect the game? Because they did have some other guys step up.
It affected the game, but like you said, other guys did step up. Those other 2 guys in the game, maybe Courtney Lee don't hit the 3 to put overtime. Who knows? But those guys who were in the game, played their butts off. They played well for them, and they pushed it for overtime. So they did a good job.
When a game like that is over, do you look back and say it was fun, or which is the initial?
Anything different, challenging is fun to me, so that was fun. It was fun. I don't want to do that ever again, but it was fun, definitely.
It looked like there was a deliberate.
Great job, boy. Good man.
This guy.
You got a lot of growing up. Sorry, Kev.
Oh, it looked like they put you on Carmelo late. What's the tactic there when you try to guard a great one-on-one scorer like him?
Try to take his space away. The shot that I seen that he hit on me was the one fading baseline. Felt like I did a pretty good job on him for the most part. But with all scorers, at some point they're going to score the ball, and he's one of the best scorers we have in this league.
When a game like that, the swings of momentum. I mean, sometimes you had it and they took it, sometimes they had it and you took it. How do you stay, or how did you in this case stay?
We stayed disciplined. We stayed the course. We stuck to what we do. We didn't detour. We didn't do anything out of character. For the most part, we played pretty good basketball and tried to play the right way. So when you do that, most of the time you're rewarded.
I was curious what coach's messages after a game like that to you guys.
Let me see it on TV.
No,
he was excited, man. From a coach's standpoint, to see you guys go out there and play 4 overtimes and grind and bust their butts and try to win, and then at the end of the day, win the game. He was excited about it, and we were excited about it.
The game should have been over at that point. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
So then walk me through forcing that first overtime and then the second one too. I mean, what was your mindset there? You wouldn't be stopped.
I mean, it was just one of those zones, and not trying to lose and just trying to give ourselves an opportunity to stay in the game or even win the game. Try to send it to another overtime if we can. And, the shots was falling at those moments for me.
45 points in 46 minutes, but when you're working that hard for a win tonight, how difficult was it to not be able to close this one out?
It was difficult. I mean, those were the overtimes where you got to dig deep. You're exhausted, everything in the tank. You got to find something from somewhere. But to not be out there that last, overtime was a little difficult to watch, especially knowing, the flow of the game. How was it going? That was a moment that I would love to be out there.
And what'd you see from at the end to continue, pushing more overtime in this one, and also some of the guys who didn't play much earlier then had to step up big down the stretch? I mean, how do you guys grow from this one?
I mean, we only can keep looking forward. Take this game and build off of it. I mean, guys stepped up. Even when I fouled out, when KP fouled out, Joe fouled out. Guys stepped up. In that last, overtime, Courtney stepped up. Brent, guys was ready to play, and this was a total team effort tonight. And you can't question the effort. We was right there. Tonight was one of those games where, we left everything out there on the court.
What happened on the technical foul between you and Schroder on that play? What was the referee's explanation for?
I didn't get a tech. Did I get a tech?
No, I mean, just on that play, on that exchange on the ground. What happened?
I think it was a loose ball. I think I went for the loose ball. It was a bunch of people crowded. I couldn't get up. I was laying, on his legs. So I'm trying to explain to him that, take it easy down here. Like, don't be moving and shaking and trying to get out, because your hands could get loose and your feet can get loose and something can happen. So just kind of relax a little bit. But I guess he had his little man complex down there. So.
You have 30 points in 5 games, 5 of 8 games since this trade stuff started. What's going on with that? You're just killing it.
I'm just in a little, feeling good about myself, about my body, feeling healthy. Being able to just focus on basketball and playing basketball and not worrying about everything else that's going on out there.
How are you able to block that, all that stuff out?
Once I'm on the court, I mean, I don't hear that.
Is that part of it? You said that the other day, that when you're on the court, that's the time away from all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's when everything is, I have to focus in a little bit more. When you get off the court is when you got to start dealing with all of that. But when you in between those lines, it's all about basketball. It's all about the game of basketball and trying to win.
When you go for overtime against this team, and I think you took an overtime last time, is there a belief that you guys aren't that far away from some of the other teams?
Well, I mean, not just them. I mean, I don't think we're that far away. This was a game tonight that we could have easily, left out of here with a victory. 1 or 2 plays go our way, and we're walking out here with a victory, singing a different tune. But, we just got to keep fighting. I don't think, we're that far away.
Is this the kind of game that's going to make you say, there's no way I'm improving any trade and I'm out of here?
No, I don't. I mean, it's hard for me to think about that, at this moment. It's kind of tough to think about that.
All right, thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Hip Hop since 1987.com.